Even though tablets have existed for longer than even smartphones, we're talking about almost a decade, it seems that tablets don't really nail a lot of the aspects that a lot of us are waiting for. So, I'm Jaime Rivera, this is Pocketnow, and these are the top 5 things that still annoy us about tablets in 2013. Number 5 is the lack of consistency between tablets. I mean, computers have matured so much that you know that every single laptop that you buy out there has a USB port, but in the case of tablets, everything is hit or miss. Some tablets have micro SD support, some tablets don't. Some tablets have micro USB support, some tablets don't. Some tablets have USBs, some tablets don't. Some even have NFC and others don't. It's always hit or miss when it comes to tablet, and it's really one of those things that you wonder why isn't there a sort of a standard, like for example USB was to computers. There should be the same for tablets in order to allow you to communicate with other computers or other tablets as well. Number 4 is the whole application ecosystem thing, and this is a really big problem because sadly tablets can't run everything, at least the mobile ones can't. And here's the problem. For example, in the case of Android, a lot of the applications are built for smartphones and they don't scale well to tablets. And then in the case of Windows, even though Windows RT, for example, doesn't run many of the applications that you want, Windows 8 does, but then you have the problem that these are not really optimized for tablets. So in the case of you having an Atom-based Windows 8 computer, you can be sure that those great applications will not run well on your tablet even though you want them to. And even though iOS has really figured this one out, then again, a lot of the applications that you probably want that are on Windows computers are not available on tablets because these are mobile products and not really computers as you want them to be. And that leads us to the third thing that annoys us about tablets in 2013, the fact that they are really underpowered devices. These are really bloated smartphones. They aren't really computers. And a lot of people can't afford to have a smartphone, a tablet, and a computer. People either buy a computer or a tablet, and a lot of people have bought tablets because they want them for work. And you have the problem that tablets aren't really good. I mean, in the case of the iPad, you can't really use it for work. There are some people that can, but not the biggest denominator of people. And then in the case, for example, of Android, you have obviously the application gap, and then in the case of Windows, again, a lot of these applications can run on Windows 8, but they don't run really well because they weren't built for tablets. So you have that really big problem about tablets, the fact that people want to buy them as computers. Some of them are priced even more expensive than computers, but there are more computers out there that are much more powerful, and that'll give you more functionality than the tablet. Really, tablets are media consumption devices and not really products for work. Number 2 is the whole tablet UI, and for 2 reasons. Number 1 is because even though companies want to sell them to you as tablets or computers, they behave like smartphones, meaning the notification shade is at the top instead of the bottom where your hand is at the bottom. Doesn't really make any sense. Honeycomb had figured that out and they moved away from that. And then the other reason is really because you have this big canvas, but you really can't use that display for more than one app at a time. You could do it on some Samsung tablets, but that doesn't really look that good. And in the case of Windows tablets, even though you can, that doesn't really necessarily work great all the time. And obviously Windows tablets aren't that popular. So, for example, the main screen is the iPad, and sadly the iPad is the least productive tablet of all. And we wish that at least Apple would do something about it for the rest of the tablet OEMs to do something about it as well, but they aren't. And the top number 1 reason why we're annoyed by tablets in 2013 is the fact that they're still an experiment. I mean, they started as tablet computers, then they moved into mobile tablets in 2010, then they keep changing, they keep trying different screen sizes, bigger ones, smaller ones, and it seems that these companies haven't really figured out what UI is the best, how apps are supposed to work, which way or which size is better for tablets, and we wish that they would just find something that's great. Obviously, abundance is great, but they keep trying, and they're not consistent. A lot of the things that work for tablets at the beginning don't work anymore, so whatever investments you make right now are not guaranteed. So that leaves you to the question of this top 5. What things annoy you about your current tablet? Because in my particular case, multi-window support, or the lack thereof, is what really annoys me the most. Aside from the fact that I'm not really a media-consuming guy, so I don't really use tablets much because of that. But leave us a comment down below. What is your case? That's it for this week's Top 5. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media as well. You can follow me on Twitter at Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you on the next Top 5.